Hello friends, thank you for stopping by. We're going to make some lentils. These are dry lentils that I have here in water for about an hour or two. They don't necessarily need to be in water because they're very soft, but they are dry beans. And usually you put dry beans in water for about 2 hours or so before you start cooking them. These are not that hard, but they took no time to cook. Let's start with a warm pot. I'm adding the achote, that's oil and annatto seed. I already had chopped up all my vegetables. So I'm adding these in chunks so that I can take them out later and put them in the blender and make the broth of the beans thicker. I added some sofrito. Besides the veggies, I added roasted red peppers. And I added the roasted red peppers because I have them, not because they're supposed to be included, because I do have fresh peppers there. I also am adding half a can and 8 ounces of tomato sauce. I added a little bit of paprika, smoked paprika, and then I started adding all the ground spices like the paprika, the garlic, the onion, salt, pepper, oregano, and any taste that you like in your beans. That's what I would recommend to do. This is the way we like to eat these, and you could do this same starter here that I've done for any type of beans that you're gonna make. If they're dry, even if they're not dry, if they come out of a can, you could do the same thing. And this is how you would start. Like the mise en place, everything that you need for your beans is right here. Some people use hand, but if you don't want to use hand, don't use hand. You want to use potatoes, use potatoes. Some people use water. I like to use broth because of the taste. You have an array of choices. Whatever you like to use, just put it in there to your taste. I added some cooking pumpkin because I had it from a previous dinner that I made, and I wanted to use it. I rinsed and washed my lentils after they were sitting in water for a few hours. I'm going to add a little bit more broth because these lentils grow just like the beans. They do the same thing. I also baked some of the pumpkin with my lemon pepper wings. I baked them as well. They turned out great. And that's what we had for dinner. We had the baked lemon pepper wings with the pumpkin, lentils, and a little bit of white rice. I am taking out the vegetables out of the pot so I could put them in the blender, blend them up. I'm also going to add a little bit of broth to it so it could blend easier. And we'll see how everything turns out. I'm going to go and blend this, and it'll make the broth that much thicker, and it'll give it some kind of oomph, if I want to say. That's what I can say, yeah. So I blend it, and then after I blend it, I bring it back to the pot and pour it back into the pot, stir it, cover it for about 15 minutes on low, and let it get nice and heavy. And then you could serve it whenever it reaches whatever heaviness you like. You could do it. And you could do this the same thing with just regular potatoes as well. So like I said, we had some white rice, and you could have it without it. We added it, and we had the lemon pepper wings with a few pieces of the baked pumpkin. I hope you liked this video, and thank you for watching.